Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about incubators for chickens, so ducks or pheasants or anything really. So for the longest time, we've had this. It is a Pro Series digital incubator from Innovations. You can get these at pretty much any Tractor Supply store or whatever, and they're a great starter incubator. They're about 150 to 200 bucks. They do auto temperature, auto turning, but not auto humidity, and they are kind of wonky. The reason why is it's got a couple of these ports that you can lose the plugs for, and that's how you control the humidity, by pulling and closing them. It's also got fill ports on the front and back here, which is how you're supposed to fill it from the side, so I don't understand that. Anywho, they're okay, they work all right. We put in 36 eggs into this last time, this hatching, which there's still a couple in here, and we got 24 to develop, and we got 14 that are hatched, or 13 and one more that's hatching right now. So an okay hatch rate, just over 50% for ones that actually developed. But we wanted something better. So we got this guy. This is from Brinsea. It's the Ovation 56EX. These things are awesome. They're a little bit pricey, but we'll make up for it in a couple of hatches. These things have high hatch rates from what I've seen in the 90 percentile. So really good. It does automatic everything. Automatic humidity, automatic temperature, automatic turning, you name it, it does it. It even automatically cools for duck eggs. So that's pretty cool. And the 56 is because you can do 56 eggs at a time. So we're gonna go through unboxing this and getting it set up, and we're gonna put some chicken and duck eggs in there to hatch out. All right, it's all in pretty much one easy package. Comes out pretty easily. The only thing that's in the box is, looks like their catalog, which is kind of cool, and some instructions. You can tell that Brinsea is an awesome small company because they do everything on stapled together like printer paper. So it's pretty cool. They're a great company, and they've read some really good reviews of this incubator. The only other thing in there is a power cord, which we're definitely gonna need. Alrighty. So start off by taking off the cover. It just lifts off nice and easily. Got the control unit and everything up in here. This thing is actually super nice. You can't tell really on the video, but it says 2 layers, so it can be kind of a pain to clean from what I hear, but heck, that's okay with us. Set this aside for just a second. So, the only other thing in here, we got some tubing, and this is for the automatic humidity controller. We'll get back to that in just a second. We got a water sponge thing. It's kind of like you see in like a humidifier kind of a thing, or a swamp cooler, so we'll save that for now. And then all you gotta do is take these cardboard pieces out, and then you can lift up the individual egg brackets. In here you got 2 covers, and this is for the spots where you're gonna actually put that filter in. We'll show you that in just a second. So we're gonna go ahead and take the left and the right one out for now. And just kidding, we're actually gonna take all of these out because we need to take this cardboard out as well. This can be used for hatching after they're done turning and they're in their isolation period. So we're gonna save that and use that later. It's actually kind of nice. It's meant to go up like this to give some traction for the chicks. Now, here's a key here. So you got these 2 channels here, okay? On the top or on the back really, it's got this little gear thing. There's not one on the other side. So this is gonna be the back. So place it like this. Now on the right-hand side is where your filter is gonna go. This doesn't really fit too well, so my recommendation is gonna go ahead and try to fit it into this piece here, like so. Oop. And squeeze it down in. And just do your best. It's not gonna fit perfectly, as you can tell. Now that that is back in, we're gonna go ahead and take our egg trays and pop them in. It's pretty simple. They just have one side, the bottom one, that will go into the yellow portion here. And you'll notice the longer one here will actually come in contact with the bar that turns these trays. As you can see here, when I move this, it's gonna turn the trays, and that's gonna come in contact with the gear, this guy, that's on the top. So, go ahead and put this on for now. Now, you will need a screwdriver. There's one screw here on the side, this kind of clear panel right here. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen that and remove it. And then you can pull this panel off here as soon as the screw is all the way loose. Set that aside. Okay, this is quite a critical part here. This little part that you see here is actually what motor that's going to turn this wheel to get it to pump water in. So it doesn't come all set up, but what you're going to do is wrap the tube around. It's got some stretch, so you might have to pull it and stretch it, and then place it back on to the top here and get it to stay. And then on the other side is where eventually you're going to plug this in and run this to like a bottle or a cup or something. You're going to want to take your tubing that you got in the bag. You won't need all of this, but you can go ahead and get one small section of it. It's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. And you're going to attach it to this little guy here that you did earlier. All of the reviews are right. This is a pain in the butt trying to get this around because it's like, has to be a really tight fit. If you're struggling with this at home, know that you're not the only one. I think I found a secret to make this easier. So as you're getting this on, if you can see this here, all you do is get it close and then just kind of push up and over it and kind of slide it up. Just try and get it as high as you can. And then I got to wrap this around. There is a diagram on the bottom here, right here, that you can follow just in case you can't see this exactly. Okay, and it should be tight. There's a very specific length that you need for this, so that it gets the right tension and everything. And then you can close this back up. So with the rest of this tubing, I'm just gonna cut it to length so it can go to like a bottle or something behind it and maybe give a little bit extra, and then make sure to save the rest of this because you might need it later. I'm sure you could buy more somewhere, but. And then all you gotta do with this hose is put it in the end. Next, grab your power cord. I'm gonna plug the power end in first to the wall, or in this case, my surge protector, and then just plug it into the back. So we're gonna go ahead and get this set up, and we'll show you how to get the settings all proper. So pretty simple, you have 3 buttons on the top here. You have an OK, a minus, and a plus. Then you have your temperature and your humidity display up here. So to get started, get into the menu, all you gotta do is hold the plus and the minus down. There you go. You get temperature plus or minus. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and set the temperature first. So when it says temp, OK, and then the arrow, click OK. Actually, I am gonna go set this first. We'll get to all these in a second. But Celsius, Fahrenheit, because I'm in the United States of America, I believe in freedom. So we're gonna go ahead and select Fahrenheit, and OK, and OK. Plus and minus again. So temp, now we're gonna select OK. In this case, we want 99.5 for chickens and ducks. That's pretty standard. Select OK. For humidity, to get started, we're gonna do 55%. So we're gonna select OK. And bump that up to 55. All right, okay. Turning mode, in this case you can set if the turning mode is on. In this case it says mode on, so that's okay. And turning interval. In this case we are probably good with, we'll do it once every 90 minutes. Okay, using the plus or minus, then click OK to save that. Alarm high, you can change if it alarms, if the temp is too high or too low. In this case, it's fine. And cooling, this is what we need for the duck eggs. So in this case, it's off, so we're gonna use the plus or minus, and we'll go every 90 minutes as well. Call that good, and we'll see how that does. Okay, and we already set Celsius and Fahrenheit, so we are good. Display Fahrenheit, save. Okay, so now this is gonna run until it reads 99.5 Fahrenheit as well as 55 degrees with the humidity. So we're gonna let this sit for a while, get up to temp and humidity, and then we will get eggs in. All right, everything as you can see is all good, 99.5 and around 55% humidity. Now we're gonna get everything going. So yes, we will have to take this top off for just a second, but we do have all of our duck and chicken eggs ready to go. So we'll load them up. We're gonna load probably duck eggs in one section and chicken eggs in the other, just to know which one is which. Big thing to know here, when you are loading them, if you're gonna load them like side by side as many as you can, make sure to go small end down. With these, you can lay them sideways if you only have a few, but I wanna maximize as many as I can get in here, so we're gonna make that happen. Carefully without spilling that bottle. Okay, so to load these up, all we're gonna do is probably do as many duck eggs as we can on one side. So that is all the duck eggs. Now I'm gonna start chicken eggs on the other side and move towards the middle just to try and keep them as separated as I can. These chicken eggs, we tend to be smaller because the duck eggs tend to be a little bit bigger. Alrighty, that looks good. So we have 24 duck eggs and 20 chicken eggs. 24 duck eggs, 20 chicken eggs for 44 eggs. So we could get more in, but we want to get this started tonight, so we'll see how they do for now. So now that they're in, we'll go ahead and get the top put back on. So that's pretty much it. This incubator is amazing because it is so easy. I recommend this for everybody. If you guys need one of these or are looking for an incubator, or at least want to check it out, make sure to check out the links below in the description. We have this one as well as a couple other smaller ones in case you want something not as big as this one. Anywho, we will keep you guys updated, so make sure to subscribe to this channel, and we'll put out a video as soon as these eggs start coming out and hatching, their chickens and the ducks. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys next time.